Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Friday, May 9th, 2025. We made it to Friday. This is my daily vlog. Each morning I turn the lights and camera first thing and talk to you about what I've been doing and doing next. Try to make content creation indefinitely sustainable. And it is Friday, the end of the week. I have a very odd day today in some ways. We'll tell you about it in a second. Let's start with just a quick recap of yesterday, which is quite simple. Although it involved calling an audible in the middle of the morning, or early morning, I guess. So yesterday, my primary target, of course, was to complete the Friday plays, get it out to members, and it'll come out today. And you'll recall that I told you I had prepped for it, and I had the graphics done. I had done some advanced work. And in the morning, though, as I was playing through, it just wasn't clicking for me. And I'm like, it's, the message I had planned, I just really can't stick a landing. I'm not sure it's the right game. I actually decided maybe I should cover it on a different platform if I'm going to talk about it. So I'm not going to come back to it again and again, maybe right away. So probably an hour and a half into production, I'm like, it's not working. I'm going to switch to an entirely different subject for this week's Friday plays. And I had a few others on the back burner that because I auditioned several and I kind of poke around. I'm like, and I actually baked the change right into the Friday plays. I'm like, I say at the beginning of the video, which you'll see it comes out today, I say, I planned on working on something else, but I ran out of time to work on it. I switched gears to something else. And I made that actually part of the narrative of the Friday plays. I realized there's no reason to hide things like that from an audience. We're all real people. And I started the video by going, I wasn't going to do this video kind of thing, to explain the reasoning why I chose something else. So it's a little bit of doesn't mean the Friday plays is particularly different or special. It's just I baked in the oddity of how that one did. And I won't tell you what the game is because I'll let Jeremiah keep guessing. He enjoys guessing, but I'll end up covering it eventually. But as I said, probably on a different platform. Anyway, but I got it all done, of course. By early in the afternoon, I was done with that. I got it out to members probably about 3 o'clock or so in the afternoon. It'll come out to everybody today at 3 o'clock Eastern. So successful, just kind of a swerve in the middle of that production. I'm lucky that I had several on deck, right, or had been stuck. I did a little bit of pod writing yesterday. I had a couple of team meeting calls, specifically around the stuff I'm doing today, which I'll share with you in a second as much as I can. So a little bit of no new major productions out yesterday, so stats took a little bit of a dip, but overall still doing great. So let me bring up the chart here, where I would like to be at or above this midpoint, which is 13,000 views and 130 subscribers average over the last 7, and we're still over the mid targets. So 16.8 thousand views and 183 subscribers. So shorts are still doing their job. I have more coming out. I have more of those Atari tier from 1980 that will be in the wings coming up next. Still haven't got those done yet, but we'll get to them. And yesterday, you'll recall, we're at 95,009 3/4, and we knew that we would hit our next milestone probably by today, and we did. 96,100 and just shy of a half last time I peeked, around 150 or so. Plugging right along. The next full 1,000 just rolled over. So today I said is kind of weird and different. I have a couple of tasks, regular production tasks to do. I need to cut a pickup for Retro Days celebrating yesteryear. There was something in the script that wasn't wrong, so just cut a quick pickup. That'll take all of 20 minutes. Did the final little bit of podcast writing. I think I told you yesterday I was at about 75-80% on that. I got the last little bit to pick up and take care of because we record this late this evening. In the middle of my day, though, I don't have any video production planned. What I'm doing is I want to share as much as logically I can with you without violating any trust or any NDA that we have. We have an opportunity to do some contract work for some testing work for one of our existing clients. But it's kind of a large task, and so I have I'm exercising some old work muscles. I literally used to work in software quality assurance and releasing and stuff like that. And so it's around the arena of people we've been working with before. So it's my area of expertise, all of our area of expertise, myself, Mo, and George. And so I need to write a test plan for a product that we've been tapped to possibly do some testing for ahead of release. In order to do that, though, I've got, as I said, exercise those old muscles I used to use and look at these requirements and build those in and estimate how many hours that would take so that we can provide a quote and get that back. Now, that is a non-trivial task to estimate time because it's all sometimes blue sky, and it requires a knowledge of what the product is, expectation of what it's supposed to do, what areas of testing do you have to do, what corners you have to shine a light into, how involved does this testing need to be, endurance testing has to take place. There's all these little things that go into, and there are things that I did in previous jobs, so it's not difficult for me. It's work that doesn't come free, so I need to spend some time today building that information out so that I can say, well, hey, if you'd like us to do this work for you, for representing GenXGrownUp, here is the amount of time it will take in man hours, and then we can put a number on that. And in result, it's worth the time and effort because it means a great amount of revenue infusion for GenXGrownUp if we can pick up these tasks. But these tasks, again, don't come free. They happen if you work on them and you set out a proposal and you're able to stick to that and deliver on it. So it's a new... I've done a little bit of like this in the past. I know I told you I've done some consultation stuff in the past. This is a bigger chunk to bite off, really. So it's something that we're focusing on. And then later, when we can talk about it more after all of this has expired and everything has happened. I just at the moment, it's how trust works between companies. So, but yeah, I can tell you that much. Certainly, I'm looking to do potentially some testing for one of our clients. Assuming they like all the work that I do today and they agree with the estimates and it makes sense with their budget. So that's not a done deal. Certainly, if it is, I'll talk to you about how I think it might impact productivity for existing things like YouTube videos and audio podcasts and stuff in the short term. So it's a balancing act. There's only so much hours in the day, but we're going to see if we can't squeeze this in to expand our portfolio of services that we can offer beyond just content creation, but services within the realm of our area of expertise. So perhaps. Yeah, that was a lot to say that I'm busy today doing non-video stuff. So, and then, of course, at the end of the day today, we'll do that podcast recording. I'll get together with the guys. We'll record the next 2 episodes that we'll then edit and release, my mouth today, over the next couple of weeks. So that's what's happening today. And then it's Friday. And then weekend is coming up. I'm going to drive over and visit my mom this weekend, of course, for Mother's Day. And she's just a couple hours away from me. And just have a relaxing weekend, hopefully, and get back after it on Monday. So I have stuff to do, so I can't stand here yakking with you all day. I'm going to get after it. Thank you, of course, for popping in to check out today's vlog. If that's what you did, if you're one of those legendary bleeps, I love you for being here. Thank you so much for being here each morning, being part of my support system, helping me stay motivated and stay on track in order to accomplish and get opportunities to do special things like we talked about. It all helps keep me going, and I really appreciate you. Have a great Friday and a fantastic weekend. Don't forget to do something good for yourself and your mom if you can. I'll talk to you again next week. Bye-bye.